So emotion detection using OpenCV. So let's start. So the library which we will be using is DeepFace. So the first thing is installing the library. Now I have already installed it, but this is how we install the library. And then we need a driver code to run that. So let's start. So in the previous video, I kind of demonstrated how to detect faces. The link for the same will be in the description. So now we'll build on top of it. And now we have already detected the face. Now the next step is actually detecting the emotion on top of it. So what we'll do is, the benefit of this DeepFace is it's actually a pre-trained library, and it is actually using the state-of-the-art models provided by Google and the big firms. So what it provides you is actually the best-in-class models, and you can actually directly use it without the hassle of training and all. So this is like a pre-trained model which you can use. So what we'll do is we'll import the DeepFace. Once it's imported, the next thing is, it's actually simple. So what you have to do is you have to give it an image, and it will actually give you the emotions. So let's give it a shot. So what we had here is we were actually getting frames. So what we'll do is we'll say response equal to DeepFace. So now what we have to give is you have to give a frame here, okay, and then we have to just tell the actions, like what all actions should actually be detect. So we'll just say emotions. That's all, okay, and yeah, let's run this much. Let's see what happens. So what we'll do is we'll also print this response, so we can actually see what is actually coming here. Let's run this. Yeah, let's run the script. So as it's a big module, it will actually load the whole thing. Okay, it says model object is not callable. Okay, fine, sorry. So actually I have to write analyze. So analyze is the actual function which actually have, and as you can see, the parameters are the image path which we have already given as a frame, and then actions. So actually this library can detect multiple things, not just emotion. It can also detect your age, your emotion, race, gender, etc. Then okay, so right now we have just done this much, and we'll just say run the script. So now because this is a big library, it takes some time to load the models and all. Okay, so it says float 32 is not JSON serializable, list index out of range. Okay, so actually it is, I think, because of this. Let's remove this much. Let's now run. It still says that. Okay, just a second. Because it's actually a tuple, we might have to add the last index as the last comma so that it can actually create it as a list. Okay, I think the problem is it's actually not getting the face, and then it is, let me just add this. I'll explain what it is. I'm just saying enforce detection equal to false. Let's give it a shot. If not, this runs. No. Okay, so actually the problem is we are giving the wrong action. The main action is emotion. We were giving emotion, so it was actually not detecting the actual action from it. Now what we have done is we have actually kind of given the correct say. Okay, so now as you can see, it says make sure this CUDA CNN is in your library path. So actually what has happened, because it's a TensorFlow based library, it can actually try to find GPU in your system, and that's not able to find the library. So what I'll do is I'll quickly just make sure my GPU doesn't load. So what I'll do is import OS, and then I'll say OS on environment, and I'll just say CUDA visible devices equal to -1. So it will actually make sure that this, because my system has GPU but it's not able to find the libraries. So now what I've said is my system doesn't have GPU, so the TensorFlow doesn't actually pick my GPU and do anything. Okay, name error response is not defined. Okay, response, okay, spelling mistake here. Now it should be working. Okay, okay, perfect. So as you can see, my face is being detected here, but there is an actual emotion which is coming in the bottom. So if I stop the script like this, you can see actually the emotions, and it is actually giving a weightage that okay, this much angry, this much disgust, this much fearful, this much happy, and then a neutral, and then it also gives you a dominant emotion. So this dominant emotion is what we are actually trying to do. What we'll do is we'll take this dominant emotion and we'll actually try to write it on it. So what we were actually in the last video, we actually created a frame around the image. Now what we'll do on top of that frame, we'll write the text. So what we'll do, we'll write cv2.putText. So this is how you can put the text, and the main thing which we will use is the main frame. So whatever the main frame which we had, and then we need to give a text. So what is the text? Text is actually the response which we are getting, and inside that it's dominant emotion, I guess. So this actually we are using this key, dominant emotion, which says neutral. So dominant emotion, we are actually passing the text here, and then we also have to actually give font face. So what we'll do is we'll use a normal font, okay, Hershey's complex. And next is what you actually have to give a font scale. So we'll just say 1:1, and okay, you also have to actually give the origin, like where the actually text should be written. So we'll just add it here, x, y. So now what it actually tells is that where this text should actually go, like where you actually have to add this text. So what I'll do is I'll write here, okay, so this actually tells me where to write this text. So what I've done, this was x, y for my face. So what I've done is at the start of that box I've said write the text there. So let's see, let's just run this one, let's see what happens. Okay, so it says put text missing the required argument, which is color. So we have actually not given the color as an argument. So let's just write color equal to the actual whatever color we want. So I'll just write the same color so that it matches with the whole box. So now we have also given the color. Let's see if it needs anything else. Okay, so now as we can see on the screen, it is actually putting my photo, a box, and actually an emotion which it thinks the dominant emotion is. So if I just smile on the camera, it should say happy, okay, and it's saying happy. So it's not that it's not that efficient or accurate, but it does the job, and it's a pre-trained model, and with minimal coding we can actually kind of create the model training. Let's just, for the cleaning purpose, let's just remove this print because it's creating this noise. So I'll just remove this print. Now if we just run the script again, so we can see that the images are coming there, and my text or my name is there. Now actually it is, sorry, not my name, emotion is there, but actually as you can see this is actually mixing up a lot. So what we can do to make it better is actually change the color to something different. So let's call it, instead of this, let's call it 255, so what I've done is I've changed the color code. So now what will happen, the text on the image will come in a different color, whereas the box in the image will come with a different color. So now it's more readable, easily readable, and yeah, so as it can say, I'm happy. So yeah, perfect. So this is like a basic model in which you can detect emotions on a webcam or using any video stream or any images. And like I said, this is actually a pre-trained model, so it makes it easier to detect emotions in a face, and not just that, a lot of other things.